And basically I've done 4 implementations of oil and gas PRA, and that's it. Currently I'm on a break, so I've started doing the online trade.
Okay. So currently you're in India or outside India?
No, I am currently in India.
Okay. So just Aditi, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Aditi, like this training is going to be only on PRA or like some other modules of IS-Oil you're going to cover?
Just it would be just for PRA.
Okay, it will just for PRA. Okay. So it's more mainly the upstream part, right? Because PRA is an upstream.
Yes, mainly the upstream part. I mean, it's different. I mean, it's a 30 hours course, so I'm not sure of the full, it would be completed in 30 hours, but I'll try to complete it in 30 hours. And the downstream is a lot bigger than upstream.
No, not required. Downstream part is not required for me. And just before that, Aditi, I just want to make myself clear in one point that I am not an FI guy. Okay, so as I told you, I work on SD and MM, so mostly you can understand. The logistic and procurement part is okay with me, but FI part is I'm not comfortable with. So do you think like okay, being a non-FI background person can work in PRA?
I am a non-FI background, and okay, but it's difficult, yes, to understand some of the concepts in PRA when we go towards accounting side in the end. But they are the basic concepts. So once you started working on it, you definitely can understand as we go around it.
So,
but yeah, you need to have a little brush up on FI.
Okay, such as like what are the areas we're talking about?
Well, you can check out general ledgers, how the ledgers are basically made, and how general accounts are being set up. There are different accounts, right? Different categories accounts which are set up in FI.
Loss account and all this.
Yeah, and plus different sub-ledgers accounts also. Let's say there's a tax account and there's a miscellaneous account.
Okay, yeah, like payable account, receivable account.
Yes, yes, account, yes, same. Yes, yes. So basically, which entry goes to what account when we do that, and.
So are you going to cover those things also in this course, like just?
No, that's a pure FI side. Okay. Yeah, I can always explain basically what's the interrelationship between PRA and FI and how do these two match up or contact each other basically. But I'm not going towards FI.
Okay. No, that is okay. No problem. So you're telling
also
there is non-FI guy also they can easily work into it because there are a lot of logistic parts also involved into this idea.
Yes, definitely. And there are different modules, okay? So when you say you are expert or you are good in PRA or you have experience in PRA, you don't say whole PRA. You cannot say whole PRA. There are different modules in PRA and each module has got in each company at least 2 or 3 guys are working on each module. So you can understand the complexity of the module that you cannot say you are working on a whole PRA. So on a non-FI background, you could go to other modules which does not touch FI. Okay. Ownership is FI side. Production, you can choose production, contract allocations, reporting side. That does not. They do not touch FI.
Ownership also mostly about the master data and all this stuff, right? So
yes, yes, definitely. But you need to understand CO side in ownership, okay? CO and JVA. In ownership, definitely JVA comes into the picture and CO also because profit centers, cost centers, you need to set up those.
That is a standard one only, right? That OKB9 setup what they do in standard FI, that is only, right?
Yeah, standard. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It can be different, okay? Because profit center, cost center depends on settings, depends on company to company. how they handle their finance and CO side, controlling side. Depends on that, they set up those cost centers and profit centers. Okay. Some say they have to bill, some say they don't have to bill. So based on that, they choose the options. So it should be billing or it should be non-billing, depending on that.
So can I just ask you something? Like you told me like you have an implementation for PRA, like 4 projects, right?
Yes.
So can you just give me a brief about like how was it? Like only some specific areas, like as you were saying, like suppose production or contracts like these things, or like whole end-to-end something?
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Like when you're saying like you have implemented this PRA, right, for 4 implementations, you're saying. So I'm just wondering, like, you know, is it like end-to-end, means all the modules, or like as you said, like, you know, some specific areas, you know, like production maybe, or contract allocation maybe, that you have done implementation?
Actually, one implementation I've done only production, because production is a global, it's a global one. Which can be implemented anywhere in the world. Rest is totally US based. So production I have done in India, in ONGC, and rest of it I have done as a full life cycles in different.
Okay. So what I understood is basically like the same with the downstream. Like nobody can say I have worked in all the modules of downstream, because it's very complex, and normally the consultant gets visibility into 2 or 3 areas, not in the whole areas to work into. That kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
okay. Okay. You carry on, please. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. You can ask any doubts which you have. So we'll start with the course content. So how do we go from here, from the next session? First of all, I want to tell you what is basically oil and gas upstream and where do it stands, oil and gas upstream, in the whole oil and gas stream. Then the second would be the process flow of PRA, basically how different processes are there, what different processes can be there in PRA, and how are they flowed, and what's the flow in between, the data flow. The third would be different PRA modules. Each module exactly, I think, will take 1 day or 2 days, depends on the complexity or your doubts. So these are the different modules, you can see it: ownership, production, contracts and pricing, contractual allocation, and balancing. I would be also covering master data. It doesn't come under modules, but I have put this section also in the same.
Actually, Aditi, it is not coming down. The screen is not coming down, so I'm not able to see after 3.1.4.
Oh, sorry. Now you can see?
Yeah, now.
Okay. Master data, then valuation and revenue distribution, and then reporting.
Okay.
And the fourth, last would be PRA interrelation with other SAP modules. As I discussed, I would be touching that topic as it touches FI, SD, MM. So, yeah, we would be discussing that where it touches these different modules. And last, PRA customization. PRA customization is huge, okay? So I would be going through it on the major points which really needs to be set up. Because if they are not set up, the system will not work, or the PRA will not run. That's it. So this is what the course content is, or which we will be covering. This is basically a very top view, okay? Inside, if you go, there are huge different topics which we will cover. If you go into this, I have put basic points inside the content, that basically what we'll be covering under production. Different modules are there of PRA, so what would be under production, master data, producing entities, how we are going to produce, how we are into maintaining it, how you are creating a full delivery network, when completion, measurement point, delivery network, allocation rules. Basically, when I cover this up, so I would be explaining you how the production is going to calculate the production volumes. So you can calculate it on its own. Okay.
So
And
all these
contract
processes
evaluation.
you will show me on the SAP also, right? How it is working and all. Not like
I'll show it on the system or I'll show it through PPT.
That's what I'm asking. Like whether you will show it on SAP or you will just show it on PPT. Show it on PPT. That's what.
I'll show some of them. I'll show it on the system, how to maintain those, and the calculation and everything. I'll show it in PPT how basically it is done. Because then if I show you the calculation and system, then I have to go and debug it, which would be a stupid thing to do. And
Okay, so it's a kind of, you are telling like it's a kind of interface related calculation happens, so which is not possible on online. That is what you are trying to say.
No, it's not interface related, but it's in the code. The whole calculation, the formulas and everything is in the code.
Okay.
So you will see just the answer or the last digit basically as an answer coming up in the system. You will not know what is going on behind. So basically in the PPT I'll show you how it is being calculated, so that you will understand the basic term or basic.
No, what I'm trying to understand is that there will be some tool or some transaction where the calculation will take place, right? Suppose.
That's what I'm saying. No, there is no such thing. There is no transaction.
Right, like as you know, in downstream there is transactions, OTQCI test. By that you can see how the calculation is happening for the additional amounts of measures.
No.
So those kind of things are not there, right? That is what
No, not at all. In PRA you cannot see the calculation. That's the really complex part. That's why when you get any issue, you have to go into the code and debug it, sitting there 2 days or 3 days, and see where basically the issue is.
So that means you are telling also that somebody who is working in PRA, he or she has to have that debugging experience or knowledge.
No, I mean it's good to
have
have
to
it.
sit with the abapers to find it out. That's what
Yes, it's good to have it. I mean, if you are a consultant, then you just give it to an abaper, yes, and they will find it. But if you are yourself know the debugging, so it's like you are doing your work fast, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So, any questions over this?
No, the post content is okay. Like when we will, if you run this thing, like if you go through the training, obviously we'll cover this modules. But my main concern is that I want to see in the system, like theory I can also study over SAP help and all, but I want to see how it is working in the system. That is the main thing. So it would be really appreciated if you can show me on the system how it is happening and everything.
Frankly speaking, I cannot show you in the system because it's a huge code, okay? It's not simple. Even if I put it one well for you and show you, I have to go around 1,000 code of lines just to show you basically how the calculation is done.
So are you trying to say this course will be mostly theoretical? That is what you are trying to say?
No, I mean, I'm giving you an exercise. I'm telling you how to create a full delivery network. Can you create a full delivery network on your own by reading a manual?
No, of course, if you're not showing me, it would be difficult, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I will be showing you on the system how to create a delivery network. But only the calculation, I'm saying I will show you on the PPT.
There might be some certain areas which is not possible to show in the system, like as you are saying the calculation part, that is different. But I'm saying suppose there would be like, as in like all the business process, there will be some business processes which are related to PRA. So are you going to show those end to end or like something just theory? That is what my concern. Like to make it easy, like let's make it easy for you. Like suppose there is in SD there is a process, suppose third party. Now I can go through theory and also I can show that how from the order creation to how PR is generating, what is the customization because of it, how that PR is generating with respect to the sales order, how PO and the all process, like from SD to accounting. So all OTC process, how you are showing it. So will you show that way or like simply like you will go through the theory? That is my point of
No, I'll be showing you the processes basically with transactions, that where it is being run, how it is being run, and how what's the basically final solution is coming out. But if you want, I can show you in the system, but the calculation will be done at the back end side. So that's why I will be showing you in the PPT how the calculation is done.
No, that calculation part is okay, Aditi. I have no problem. As you were saying, like it's a complex thing and it normally happens in the background, so I have no concern about learning it, like how it is happening. I can see like if the output is coming and by PPT how will you teach, that is fine for me. I'm just thinking like, suppose I don't know about the PRA, like the business processes, like probably will tell me. So is there any business process like something in PRA? Like suppose I told you third party business process in SD is there. Procure to pay one cycle is there in MM. So like this kind of any processes are there in
This is, yeah, I'll be showing you the process flow, and the process flow goes like this only as I'm showing you. Can you see it? These are the processes only. Production, first to the production, and you go to allocation. Allocation is one process in which basically this last 1.8 you allocate and report. So here you will get a report as an end result. Okay. Each well has got how much each well has been producing. Okay. So before going to production, we have to set up an ownership. Okay. Then contracts and pricing. It depends. I mean, I have to see the system. I haven't got the system yet, the SAP, and how much it has been, customized. If it is not customized fully, then it would be difficult for me to go through the whole processes. But the basic process I can explain you and give you, because in each process, let's say there are 100 scenarios. I cannot show you 100 scenarios.
No, of course, it's not possible. Yes.
I can show you one basic scenario and tell you basically how the process goes from one to another, and basically how the calculation is being done. It's all about calculation, okay? In PRA, it's all about calculation. At the end of the day, you want to tell the user how much basically he has sell, okay? And how much he has to pay to the partners.
Okay.
That's what PRA does.
Profit and revenue, that's what you were talking, like how much?
Yes, it's all about revenue. Basically, how much revenue this company has generated and how much he has to give it to his partners,
okay,
who has put their capital. If you are the operator, if some other guy is the operator, then basically how much you have to get from him.
Okay. I can understand that the point you mentioned here, like the system thing. I can understand that because you don't know the system, like how much customization you need to do. Maybe a whole
because if there is no, not even the basic customization is there, so it will take for me for at least 15 to 20 days to set up a whole system.
Exactly. Yes.
Or more than that. And again, I would need a FI guy, I would need a MM guy, I would need a SD guy to set up their own basic customization. Then only I can go to PRA and show you a whole scenario running from one end to another end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So in the end, if it is not possible, then I will show you different transactions and I will try to make it run, just so you can understand how the system is running. And when you go to the PRA system, at least you will know the transactions and how to create a delivery network and how it will be running. And you can run it on your own if you get a system which is fully customized.
I don't think that the system will be customized. I think you have to do it like what, as per my experience, what I found, during this training institutes and all this stuff.
So you have attended another trainings also?
No. Like I used to provide the training for SD and MM, so I have that experience. Like I have to customize the system thoroughly.
Yeah, so PRA customization is huge. It's large. I mean, and it's like a whole project to set up a whole system. I mean, when we go to an implementation site, we get a system which is blank, and if you have to set up that whole system, it takes a month just to get to run a delivery network exclusively. But I will explain you, and I will tell you how to go, how to do it, and how to run it.
Okay.
Any other question?
No, it's okay. Please carry on.
I think that's all from my side then.
Okay. So you're saying like, so I think you need some time to check the system and all, right?
Yeah, I'll
Because
check
you
the
need to
system
ask
first.
them the access and then you have to go through the system to check it.
Yeah.
So what
But
are the
in the
major?
meantime, we have to start.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah. We can. No. You please carry on.
In the meantime, we have to first start with the basics, basically. What basically the entities are, starting from production, and what's the process flow, and then only we will go to the system.
Okay. So Aditi, just suppose I'm just telling you. Suppose one there's a master data, there's business associate, right? And when you are telling it, I believe will you explain like as per the business scenario what is business associate actually mean, or like suppose you are telling well completion or measuring point, or like or you are explaining what is DOI. So these things I believe at the time of setup or like when you are showing in the system, you will explain us also like what actually DOI is, right?
Yes, definitely. I'll explain each point and I will go to each transaction of these and I will tell you how to create it and how to create it and why we are creating it and what does it do.
Yeah. One thing I would like to share with you, like I think if you use your own system, because I don't know like whether you will be able to install this Go Meeting or Skype in your own system. So I think it would be easier for you to show me, because in this system, what the system they will give, I don't know whether all the configurations of PRA will be there or not. But I think you can use your own project system. I don't know whether you use the VPN or something. So that
I don't have actually
easier.
a system. I don't have a system with me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Or else we could have seen the. Okay, we see like how soon you can set up the system. Meanwhile, we can go by some other process or PPTs which you are showing. So, will you share any documents or like any study materials after this during this training?
I'll be creating this documents on the go because there are no official documents of PRA. Only there's an online documentation. Normally, when I'll be going through a day before, I'll be creating a PPT or a Word document, which I have to cover it for the day, and I can share it with you. And the PPT in which all the calculations are basically being explained, I can share that with you. But there are no official documents for PRA.
Okay, so like you have IOG 130 with you?
No.
Okay. So there is no as such study material, but you may prepare some which you can share with me, right? That's what you said.
Yes. Yes.
So
basically,
then, yeah, please.
What you need is some of the things I'll be showing in the system, how to create a well. You don't need the document for that. Okay. How to create a well and everything. Definitely. You can record the session and see it again, how to create it.
Yeah,
it's a very pretty simple, straightforward. Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't need that. Only the documents on which there is a calculation, which you can forget as the time goes, I can share it with you, so that whenever you want to brush up, you could go back to that document and see how the calculation is done. And you can link it up with your own scenario.
Okay.
I can give you an exercise giving you a one-delivery network saying, hey, this is the BN, this is the volume, calculate it and tell me what would be the result.
Okay. Also another thing, like after this course or during this course, will you guide us to like to suppose we are going for an interview and something, you can tell us like you can tell these are the areas of PRA you have worked and this is the process, or will you relate with it with some projects or something so that I can tell that is like I'm getting my point of sense. Suppose I'm going for the interview, I'm telling like I worked for PRA for suppose 1 year or something, and these are the areas where I work. So will you give me some real-time examples, like in this company they work like this, or do their distribution network is like that? So some real-time examples.
I'm sorry, that's I cannot share company details or company scenarios with you. I can share basic scenarios. I can explain you with examples, different examples. I will not say that this company has this scenario.
No,
This
I'm not
is
talking about your current project or something that I can.
no, not even current project, even the previous projects. I cannot share that.
How will we understand like how it really works? Like suppose if I'm telling you there is a transfer process of Reliance, and if I'm not giving an example, suppose I can change the name of the places. Suppose they have a plant in Jamnagar, instead of Jamnagar I'm saying it's Vizag. So that I can say. Otherwise, how the consultant or how the person who is getting the training will understand how it really works.
Yeah, I can. That's what I said. I will give you the example. I'll give you the dummy
Yeah,
example.
that is what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to exactly use the same structure or configuration of your business. So you can just
that I can show you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely. As I go through in each process, I will be explaining basically why we are doing this and how it will suit in the scenario. We'll take one basic scenario, we'll start from there, and I'll explain it as we go ahead.
Okay. So this course will be every day in the morning 8 o'clock to what is the duration for this? Okay. So it would be for maximum 1 or 2 hours or something, or what is it? Or 1.5?
It depends. It's a 30 hours course. It depends on other participants also, what time suits them, and plus how many hours they can give. I have no issues giving 2 hours. But it would be lot in 2 hours to grasp. Because it's a very complex module, and it's better if we go down 1 hour, and go ahead slowly.
Yeah, like the thing is like at night I will be available like after 11 o'clock, but in the morning I will be available from 8 to 9, max to max 9:30, not more than that, because I work in shifts, so I have to go to the office. So that is the problem. And I don't know about other participants or who is going to join, just telling you my plans.
Let's hope everyone comes up with one time in which everybody is okay.
Yeah. For you, both the times are okay, that's what you were saying, like after 11 o'clock at night or maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. So which time do you prefer? Like?
I prefer both. I mean, if it's a morning 8, then it's fine with me. If it's in the night by 10 or 11, then also it's okay with me.
11 would be fine with me, but 10 I won't be possible. So it's better you're saying that 8 o'clock in the morning would be the better time.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's okay. I mean, I cannot be more than late by 11 because...
I can understand. Maybe you have to go to office or something. So you're basically in some other place or in Hyderabad?
No, I'm in Bangalore.
Okay. Okay, so no problem. Thanks for your time and all. So it's really, I think it's okay from my point. Like just I need to see how it is working and stuff.
Okay, and this is what I'm saying to you. Okay, this is a PRA, what you can say, overview or PRA session in which you will get an overview, basically how the system works in PRA and how the processes flows from one process to another. Okay.
Yeah.
You will not, you cannot say you are an expert in PRA after this 30-hour session. Okay.
Yes.
We are working for 6 years in PRA, 7 years in PRA, and we do not say that we are expert in this. We still say we do not know a lot of things.
Yeah, I do understand.
We are not sure
I do understand. It's
Yeah.
not like even if I tell you the people who are working in SDR even for 6 years, they also don't know a lot of things. It's a huge thing. SAP is a huge thing, and when you are coming into this thing, I can understand.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
So after you have finished this PRA, so you can say, okay, I know PRA. I have a basic knowledge, basically how it does run. So somebody can ask some questions.
This JVA thing,
Okay, JVA, you need to have a little bit of knowledge of JVA, little bit of knowledge of
share,
FI.
Which is required for PRA.
I'll not share. I'll explain you basically how does it goes in JVA. But no, I'll not be going to JVA. I will not be touching JVA.
No, I'm just saying what are the parts of JVA will be required to get a knowledge of PRA? That point will you will you share or not?
Yes, I think I've explained you, I've given in course content where it is interlinked with different SAP modules. I will definitely explain what this touches. So yes, I'll be explaining that. I'll be explaining basically in JVA you create a venture, right? And JVA is all about ventures. And PRA also there is a venture. So if there is a JVA on in a PRA section, so when you create a venture in PRA, the same number venture has to be created in JVA. So JVA is all about partners. So when we create a venture in JVA, we have partners and their percentage. That how much basically each partner has put their capital in it. Depending on that, there's a contract being signed and percentages are being written. But the difference in PRA venture is when we create a venture in PRA, we just not mention only partners, we also mention the royalty partners or the royalty owners. Okay. In JVA it's all about partners, in PRA it's about partners and royalty owners. Royalty owners means in which basically we are giving royalty to them. Okay. So it's all about, it's a difference between those. So I will be explaining it that too.
So is PRA some tool kind of thing? Like I heard some word like PRA is involved with some Premas Plus or something. It was a tool or something from PwC.
Yeah, it's a history of, it was earlier with the Premas basically, and SAP bought it, and with the tool it converted all the code into ABAP. When earlier it bought that SAP PRA, and then we did a lot of coding, much more coding in it, and then PRA was being formed. Earlier, I mean, this was not being created by SAP, it was created by some other company.
Okay, thanks Aditi, thanks a lot. So I will contact with this institute people and I will tell them like what is the time I'm convenient with. Okay. And based on that, so I would request you like you can check how soon you can set up the system so we can also see how it is working there and all. Okay.
Yeah, I have to check that.
Yeah. So if you need some time for that also you can tell them so this institute so that we can start after that once you set up the system.
Yeah, I guess I can see to that.
Yeah, so that's what. So if you want to share your email ID or something, that also will be fine, or if you are not supposed to share, that is also okay with me. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for your time. Like, yeah, see, you're saying something?
Yeah. No, that's all. I guess from my side, I guess I have to talk to the institution guys to just give me a system which I have to see.
Okay. So, by any chance, is it possible for you to, get the access of IoT 130? Like, as you're working for 6 years, so I think it would be like IoT 130 is full about PRA, so like that.
I'm not sure. I have to ask my friends in the group, but I don't think so. Anyone. Basically, we are all. My whole circle is from SAP itself. We all have worked in SAP company itself. So when you are working in the product company, you don't need to go for the certification, right? These are certification courses, right? IoT 130 and all.
Okay, but my friends who are from SAP and who are working in that modules, they all are certified into those modules. So.
That's stupid. I mean, you can go ahead. I mean, and get the certification just for your own, what you can say, satisfaction. But if you are working in the product company, the same company which is giving certification, you are already certified. Which says that you are already working in product company, which means you know each and everything about that product. You don't have to go to the certification.
Yeah, so that is what I'm saying, like it would be easier for you to get it, like, you know, IOG 130. So like I had friends who are in SAP, I have friends who are in SAP, so they have their module documents. So that is what I'm saying, like, you know, when you will teach me, so it's better like you will also share IOG 130.
I'm not sure I can, and if you can get it, I can explain that document to you.
No, I can't get it because, you know, in the market it is not available, and only the SAP people who are working in SAP, they only have the access for all those things. Like they know the
I'm not
documents
working.
down.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm on break, so I'm not working currently anywhere. So I don't have that document, but I can ask my friends. But frankly speaking, I would not be sharing any official document.
Okay.
In the training.
I think IOG 130 is not an official document.
Sorry?
IOG 130 is not an official document. It's just the topic document, like what PRA is. It's not something, no project is mentioned there, no project name is mentioned there. I believe you know how these certification documents are. So there is no such thing about client data or like about violation of company policies. Nothing is there.
It's like a SAP document, yes?
I am working since last 5 years in CMM level 5, so I know all this stuff. So that's what I'm trying to help you out. Like there is nothing like it's a certification document. Being an SAP guy, and like, you know, if you are working or if you know someone, it's very easy for them to get access of that. That is what my point is.
I'm not sure.
Or else I need to check with my capability, like whether they have that or not. But as I'm paying for this course and like you are my supervisor or guide or helper or whatever, so I am just giving my concerns.
Yeah, I understand, but this is not an SAP certification course. This is just a simple PRA or training course.
Sorry for the interruption. Actually, I just wanted to add something from the behalf of Maximinus. See, if you are worried for this server access and all, that we will take care. The Maximinus side will take care. The server access and documentation, that kind of thing.
So Maximinus will provide this IOG 130 to me.
If it will come in the syllabus, definitely we will provide to you.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said that if it will come in the syllabus or if it will come in the course content, then definitely we will provide to you.
Yeah, this module IOG 130 is fully about this PRA thing. So it would be great help, like if you can provide me after I join, obviously. Or
yeah. That we can talk, because see, maybe impossible or it is maybe hard for you, but this is not very hard for us. To be honest, I'm telling you, because we are conducting training, we are in touch with different consultants in different companies and areas. So it won't be something very difficult for us to get any documents. Okay, but any official document that my trainer said that we can't share you, but any normalized documents we can share you.
I do understand, because I told you I am also working CMM level 5. Obviously, I can't give my project documents or which are related to my company. Right. I will not give that. So obviously I can understand that. And also I shared with Aditi that I also do give the training, so I know this terms and conditions. So I'm not asking that, I'm asking some general documents, that's all.
Absolutely. That we will customize documents, we will provide to you. That's for sure.
Like, as you know, that if somebody is giving IS-Oil downstream training, they have to share the IOG 1.
Yeah. That we understand. We understand very clearly. And from the beginning only, I'm telling you that you need not to worry for the documents. We are providing the training, so at the same time we are going to provide you the documents and the server access as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, that will take care.
That would be great.
Yeah, you guys can continue, please.
Okay. Aditi, thanks for your time. Like, I will keep in touch with this Maximinus people and really appreciate your training. Like, I will just check with them, like how soon you can get the system access, and just check the basic setups and all this stuff, so that we can start further.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Cool. Thanks a lot.